hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, and notice that your pointer finger is facing forward. Start to lean forward and back, warming up the wrists a little bit, bringing awareness into your shoulders. Just seeing how your body feels today. Let's do some cat and cow. Inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale, round your spine, press the ground away, look for your belly button. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Try to slow your breath down. Last time, slow inhale. Slow exhale. And then return to a neutral spine. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, bring it through. Bring your right shoulder over to the left side a little bit for thread the needle here. A nice twist. You can relax your head onto the mat. You can leave your left hand down, or if you'd like a little more, reach the arm around behind you and take it to your hip or even into your thigh. Breathe into your low back, your middle back, and your upper back, and finally your shoulders. One more inhale. One more exhale. And then slowly coming out, plant your left hand. Inhale, reach your right arm up. And exhale, set it back down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, bring it across. Bring your shoulder over to the right a little bit. Set your head down. And then leave your right hand down, or if you did it before, reaching it up and around behind you. Take a deep breath into your low back. Exhale, find a little more space. Keep breathing deeply in and out through your nose. One more inhale. One more exhale. And then slowly place your right hand back down. Inhale, sweep your left arm up. And exhale, bring it back down. Moving into puppy pose. This is one of my favorite poses to open up the shoulders. Keep your knees underneath your hips and walk your hands further forward. Start to drop your chest toward the mat. Keep your arms strong and straight. Either stay here or try to work the chest all the way down. Maybe the chin comes down. Breathing here. Keep pressing both hands equally into the mat. Send your breath into your upper back and your shoulders. One more inhale. One more exhale. And then just press back into child's pose. Slowly make your way up. You can sit back onto your heels, or if this is uncomfortable for you, you can just cross your legs. Either way, it's not a big deal. Take your arms out and then bring your right arm underneath your left arm. You can bring the back of your hands toward each other, or if you want to eagle the arms, that works too. Pull your shoulders down, pull your elbows down, and breathe into your shoulders. Keep your low belly pulling in. One more inhale. Last exhale. Release the arms, inhale. This time, left arm underneath. Back of your hands together, or working to eagle the arms all the way. One day your palms will be together. Mine aren't. Inhale. Exhale, bring the elbows down, relax your shoulders. One more inhale. One more exhale. And then release the arms, inhale. This time we'll just bring the hands and the forearms together, trying to bring the elbows to about shoulder height here. Close your eyes and just start to breathe. At first it might not feel like much, or it might feel really challenging from the start. It's okay. If you need to rest, you take your arms down for a second and just come back in when you can. Keep your shoulders relaxing down your back, abs pulling in, face relaxed, mind soft and focused. Just one more breath. And release your arms. Let's get ready for dolphin pose. Coming down onto your forearms, you can grab your biceps to kind of figure out what your distance is here. Elbows are ideally underneath the shoulders, and forearms are exactly parallel. Let's start by melting the chest here, arching the back. And then exhale, press the ground away like cat pose. One more time like that. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And then stepping back toward a forearm plank to start. And then as you're ready, starting to walk your legs in. You can bend your knees as much as you need to here. Keep pressing your shoulders back toward your feet. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. If you can walk your feet a little closer in. Remember, you can bend the knees as much as you need to. It's not a big deal. Or working towards straightening the legs. One more breath. And then setting your knees down, finding child's pose. You can make a little pillow with your hands for your forehead. Rock your hips side to side, release your low back, breathe into your shoulders. Let's find our way into plank pose. Before we get there, plant your hands, pointer fingers face forward. Shift your weight forward and back, just here on all fours. And then pause with your shoulders shifted over your fingertips. Breathe and press the ground away, rounding your upper back. As you're ready, step one foot back and then the other foot back. You can readjust a little bit and then holding your plank, rounding the space between your shoulder blades, press the ground away, activate your fingertips. Keep your belly pulling in and just rock a little forward and back. We'll be here for 3, 2, 1, and press the ground away and find your first downward facing dog. Pointer fingers still face forward. Feet are hip width, hands are shoulder width. Again, you can bend your knees, maybe one knee at a time, walking it out. Releasing your back and your hamstrings. When you're ready, move into stillness for 3 breaths. Keep your arms strong and straight, grounding equally through both palms, grounding equally through both feet. On your next inhale, roll forward into plank. Exhale back into down dog. A few more times like that. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last time, inhale forward. Exhale back. And then start to make your way to the top of the mat, walking your feet forward. Let your feet be about hip width, like 2 fists apart is good. And then bend your knees as much as you need to create this chest to thigh connection. And then you can grab opposite elbows and just relax your head and your neck. Let gravity do the work here. Feel for both feet pressing equally. Three more deep breaths. And take your hands behind your head, interlacing your fingers, and start to bend your knees to bring your thighs and your chest parallel to the ground. Lift your elbows up. And try to lift your belly off your thighs. And then inhale to stand all the way up. Exhale, relax your arms down. All right, now we're warm and ready. Let's start on all fours for cat and cow. Point your fingers face forward, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And then return to a neutral spine. Scapular push-ups. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, allow your chest to drop slightly, keep your arms straight, and then press the ground away like cat pose. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then press the ground away. 2 more times. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Press the ground away. Last time, squeeze your shoulder blades. And then round and press through the hands. Great. Let's do some push-ups. Everyone's favorite, including my own. We'll do them on our knees today, just because I think it's really important to build strength that way. And there's no rush here to be able to do a real push-up. I would rather see us do it with good form than sacrifice form to pretend that we're strong. Okay, so bring your knees in and try to keep your body in a straight line when you do this. We're gonna lower slowly for 3, 2, 1. Elbows hug in, hold, and then press back up. Let's do it again. Lowering for 3, 2, 1. Try to keep your elbows over your wrists. Exhale, press back up a few more times. Lower slowly, 3, 2, 1. Keep your collarbones wide, press up. 2 more. Lower for 3, 2, 1. Press back up. Last time, lower for 3, 2, 1. Press back up. And then take a little rest. Walk your arms forward for child's pose. Coming up, stretching your shoulders for a moment. Bring your right arm across, hugging it in. Roll your right shoulder down your back. You can roll out your right wrist while you're here. And then switching sides. Left arm across. Roll out the left wrist. All right, round 2. Back to the same setup. Actually, this time let's take the hands a little bit wider to activate more of the chest muscles. But same idea, lowering slowly and then coming back up. Okay, so chest forward, lower slowly for 3, 2, 1. Explode back up. Lower for 3, 2, 1. Explode. 3, 2, 1. Up. 2 more. 3, 2, 1. Up. Last time. 3, 2, 1. Up. And then rest for a second. Let's take puppy pose. Walk your hands forward and then bring your chest toward the mat. Okay, slowly coming up. Take a moment to just stretch out your wrists. We're gonna do one more push-up. This is gonna be your 1 rep max, which means you might try to do it on your feet. I'm gonna try to do it without my knees down. We'll see how it goes. Not my strongest these days, but I will try my best, so I hope that you do the same. But remember, form is first. Doesn't matter if you have your knees up or down, I don't care. I just want you to have good form and to get stronger. Okay, let's try it. Hands can be slightly wider than shoulder width. Come up to your plank to start, and then let's lower slowly for 3, 2, 1, and explode back up. Bring the knees down and hang out. All right, that wasn't so bad. Next, we're gonna come into our forearm plank. We'll start with 30-second holds. If you need to come down and rest, you come down and rest. Take your time. If you can hold it a little longer, you can feel free to hold it as long as you feel like it. Find your biceps to set your hands at the correct distance. Forearms are parallel. If you do need a little extra support, you can feel free to clasp your hands here to help you activate your shoulders, but eventually we want the hands parallel to prepare us for forearm balance. All right, walking the feet back, rounding through the upper back, hips are tucked under, and we'll hold for 30 seconds. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Feel your core engage. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Almost done. One more inhale. And exhale. Dropping down. Take a second. And then slowly come up. Just interlace your hands behind you. Just stretch your shoulders out, close your eyes, and breathe into your shoulders. Let's take a little stretch while we're here. Inhale, reach your arms up, grab your left wrist, and just stretch through the left side of your body. Switching sides, grab your right wrist, and stretch through the right side of your body. Relax your arms down. Drop your right ear toward your right shoulder. You can make a little semicircle here. Notice any point where you feel tension and then pause there and breathe. One more breath. Inhale slowly up. Exhale, drop your left ear toward your left shoulder. Breathe into the right side of your neck. Make little movements until you find the spot where you want to stay and breathe. Inhale up. Exhale, just drop your chin toward your chest. Sometimes when we do planks, we can take the tension into our neck, when really it needs to be in the shoulders, the shoulder girdle, and the core. All right, round 2, let's do another forearm plank. We'll try for 30 seconds, maybe even a little bit longer. Come down and rest when you need to, and then come back in when you can. Remember, you don't have to force anything, but adding on a little bit of time every time that you practice will help you get stronger. So start with your forearms parallel, walk your feet back, round through the upper back, and we'll start, inhale through the nose, exhale through your mouth, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, A few more breaths, you can do it. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Dropping down. Coming up to your seat, just roll your shoulders out. Release your neck a little bit. It wasn't so bad. It gets better with time. I remember how much I used to hate that pose, but now it's getting a little bit more tolerable. Okay, let's move on. Just a quick little plank hold. Maybe 30 seconds, maybe not, we'll see. Point your fingers face forward. And remember to round through your upper back like cat pose. If you want extra credit, you can try this plank on the tops of your feet. But if you don't want extra credit, you can just tuck your toes under and stay in a regular plank. Okay, let's start. Engaging through your core. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Drop your knees down. And let's take another puppy pose, walking the hands forward, dropping your chest down. Close your eyes and breathe slowly. Okay, make your way onto your belly. For the arrested cobra, interlace your hands behind your head. Press your feet down into the mat, and then let's inhale to come up. Exhale, release your forehead down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, now switching it up. Inhale to come up. Exhale, tap your right elbow toward the mat. Coming up. Left elbow. Inhale up. Right elbow. Inhale up. Left elbow. Inhale up. Hold. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift up a little bit higher for 3, 2, 1, and release. Place your forehead down on the mat and take a few breaths. Okay. Finding your way up. Find downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Just notice how your body feels. All right, our last pose today will be a turbo dog. So we're gonna bend the elbows and get the elbows pretty close to the ground, engaging through the upper back, hugging the forearms toward one another. You can bend your knees if that makes it a little bit easier for you. And just holding here for 10. Relax and find your way to a comfortable seat. All right, the upper body torture is over. Let's start in a seat, bringing the feet in front of us for diamond pose. This is like butterfly, except your legs are going to be in more of a diamond shape. And this is where it can be nice if you have some blankets or pillows to prop yourself up. That way when you fold forward, you can relax. You can wiggle your hips side to side to start. And then begin to work into whatever variation of the pose feels comfortable enough for you today. And remember, if you feel any sharp pain, back out of the pose and reevaluate before you come back in. So find your depth And begin to relax, deepening your breath in and out through the nose. When we practice yin flexibility, we're retraining the joints to get a little extra fluid and to become more flexible by gently stretching the ligaments around the joint capsule. Send your breath deep into your hips. And allow your head and your neck to completely relax. See if you can find a little bit more depth to your pose, even if it's just with your breath. And bring your awareness back to your inhales and your exhales. Ten more breaths. Okay, slowly working your way back up. You can use your hands to help close your legs and shake your legs out a little bit. We'll move into a straddle forward fold. So take your legs out pretty wide. Readjust yourself. And again, pillows or blankets, really great to help prop you up. And beginning to work into your pose. Take about 10 breaths to situate yourself to reach your depth of where you're going to stay for the duration of the pose. Remember, this is about relaxing, not forcing flexibility. Slow and steady is key when it comes to building strength and flexibility. There's no rush, there's no finish line, there's no prize. Few more breaths to find where you feel like you can relax and hang out. And then we'll hold for another minute or two. And remember, if you need to back out and ease your way back in, feel free to do so. And it doesn't matter what your pose looks like. All that matters is that you feel relaxed and that you feel gentle opening in the back of your legs. About 40 more seconds. See how slowly you can breathe and take as few breaths as possible. All right. Slowly ease your way back up. Take a little counter pose here, just bringing your fingertips behind you. Lift your chest, widen your collarbones. And cross your legs, taking a gentle twist just to unwind the spine a little bit. Bring your right hand toward your left knee, left hand behind. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist, gaze over your left shoulder. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Switching sides. Left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more inhale. And exhale. Release. Roll forward. Find your way into downward facing dog just for a breath or two to reset your spine. And then let's come right into pigeon with the right leg. Bend your right leg, coming in. And remember, you can bend this leg as much as you need. Also, laying on your back in the figure 4, if this is too much for you, is fine. So find some expression of the pose where you feel like you can hang out for about 2 minutes. And ease your way in over the course of 10 breaths or so. Look back and see what your back foot is doing, making sure your foot is in alignment with your knee and your hip. And then start to relax into the pose. Take your time and breathe into your right hip, your right glute, and encourage your body to relax by relaxing your shoulders, your head and your neck, and especially your face and your eyes. Keep your gaze soft or eyes shut. If you're happy in your pigeon, you're welcome to stay here, but if you'd like a little bit more, rock onto your right hip and bring your left leg on top for double pigeon. To start, you might want to bring the right foot in a little bit and you'll kind of just hang out here. But if eventually you want both shins perfectly parallel, both feet flexed, and then you can fold forward here. But again, if you are just working on this pose, you can always prop yourself up just to find a little extra length, or working into the fold. We'll hold for 1 minute wherever you are, if you're still in pigeon or the double pigeon. Either is wonderful. Relax your shoulders again. Breathe into your low back, your hips. And relax the space between your eyebrows. About 20 more seconds. Easing your way up. Take your time to make your way into downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths here. And then step your left foot forward for pigeon. Take your time to set up. Look back at your right foot, make sure it's not doing anything funky. And take a breath or two before you ease your way in. Breathe into your left hip, your left glute. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. And then if you did it on the other side, rock your weight to the left side and start to come into your double pigeon. Keep both feet flexed, eventually shins parallel. Inhale wherever you are. And exhale to fold if you'd like. Remember to move slowly and mindfully. No rush. Check in with your body. Is there anywhere else you could relax? And slowly making your way up. Release your legs out in front of you. Take a second, send some good energy to your knees and your hips. And we'll take a shoulder stretch next. This one's a little strange, so if you've never done it before, just take it slow. Take your feet about mat width, and we can start one arm at a time. So bring your palm to face up, hand on your hip, and then bring your elbow inside your leg. Use gentle pressure, squeezing your left leg in toward your elbow. You can gaze over the right shoulder, finding a little bit more of a connection here. And then slowly coming out. Second side, right hand to the hip. Bring your elbow inside your knee. You can gaze over the left shoulder if you'd like. Gentle pressure. And as long as you're feeling a stretch on the inside of your right shoulder, you're doing great. You don't need to push it any further. Inhale to come out. Now, we'll try to do both arms at the same time. If that's not happening for you today, you can just take a stretch here and just stretch your shoulders like that. But otherwise, both hands to the hips, bringing your elbows in and breathing here. Breathe into your shoulders, your upper back. 3 more deep breaths. And slowly open your legs to bring your arms out. Take a second, send some energy to your shoulders. Tell them it's okay. I know that was intense, but it will be all right. And then if you have a wall, we're going to make our way over to the wall. If you don't have a wall, it's okay. You don't need a wall. It's not a necessity, but it will just help this be a little bit more relaxing. So shimmy your way in so that your butt is all the way on the wall. And then relax your back, onto the mat or onto the ground and start to let your legs open up. And remember, it's okay if you're up here just hanging out. You're going to let gravity do all the hard work for you. So wherever your legs fall to. And remember, don't let this be too intense, at least not right away, because we're going to be here for a little while. And it's just important to be able to relax and breathe. I like to keep my hands on my inner thighs, but you can bring them to wherever feels comfortable for you. Breathe into your inner hips, your groin, your adductors. Exhale to relax your outer hips. Another deep breath into groin. Exhale, relax. This is one of my favorite stretches for opening up the inner thighs and inner hips. And it's relatively relaxing. Take a moment to look at your feet and see maybe one side is a little bit more flexible than the other. It's okay, just become aware of it. And then if you want to wiggle your feet a little bit more open, we're going to stay for 10 more breaths. So just find a point where you can breathe and stay. And take 10 of the slowest, deepest breaths you've taken so far today. Use your hands to help bring your legs all the way up. And take 5 breaths here. Just allow the blood flow to reverse, flowing out of your legs. And slowly roll to one side to make your way off the wall. And let's lay down on our mat to finish up. So lay down onto your back. Bend your right leg and hug your right knee into your chest, interlacing your fingers a couple inches below the knee. Take a few breaths here, feeling the gentle pinching sensation right at the hip flexor in the front of the right hip. One more inhale. One more exhale. And then allow your right knee to cross over onto the left side of your body. You can stay up off the ground, or if you're able to bring it all the way to the ground, that's great, but no worries either way. And let's take 10 deep breaths here. Breathe into your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and finally your shoulders and your neck. Two more breaths. Inhale, come back through center, and exhale, release your right leg down. Inhale, bring your left leg up, interlace your fingers a couple inches below your knee. Inhale. And exhale, hug your knee in, slightly out to the side to avoid the rib cage, but still feeling that gentle pinching sensation in the front of the left hip. One more inhale. And exhale. And then cross your knee over onto the right side. Wherever it falls is fine. Just relax and breathe. Try to keep both shoulders down on the mat. It's okay if the left shoulder lifts a little bit, but eventually we do want both shoulders down on the mat. A few more breaths. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release your left leg down. Allow both feet to open, palms face up, shoulders relaxed. Turn your head gently side to side. And then let it fall to the middle, completely relaxed. Breathe into your upper back and your shoulders. Exhale to melt into the mat. I invite you to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like, but if you're ready, you can slowly roll to one side. And then gently make your way up. Thank you so much. Namaste.